What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, journeyman, journeywomen, this is the Hero Journey with Dr. D. And what we are doing tonight, let me adjust myself real quick. You know what it is? Here to encourage, to motivate, to educate, to inspire, helping you get beyond your first move and creating a better mindset today. That's right, creating a better mindset today. So why don't you help me help you so we can help others by clicking subscribe, share, and comment. Please comment and share. So what you do when you do that, you help me to make it better tomorrow, today. But tonight, you know what it is. You know what it is. All right, all right, all right. Okay, so what I'm gonna do to start it all off tonight is my recap update as well as my Q&A. What I do when I started off, I'm going to put the link for copy link into the chat. So if any new people or old people, and nobody, you have the chat, what you do is click that link, go ahead and briefly register, and then you'll be able to just chime in. Give me your 2 cents. Maybe I can make a nickel. Maybe I can make a nickel. All right. So I see my chat is up and running, and tonight, and so here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So my I did not do an upload this week. I decided to kind of continue on from last week. And my last week upload was calling about attitude adjustment. And attitude adjustment is pretty much a streamline of thinking. Um, it's a streamline thinking. That's right. That's right. Streamline thinking, whereas we're focused on adjusting our attitude. And a lot of people they don't put emphasis on their attitudes because they just say, have you had people say, well, this is me. This is me. You going to like it or not like it? I'm just going to be me, raw. And you're going to be you alone. That's right. You're going to be you alone, raw. Because effective communication is when you send a message and the other person hears the message that you're sending. And the onus is on the onus is actually on the person who's sending the message. But a lot of times people don't understand how the person hears. And the people don't understand how the person hears because they wasn't raised with the person. They don't know the person's culture. They don't know the person's lifestyle. Know what the person's been through. So therefore, they can't hear what the person's saying without words. And unfortunately, the words that a lot of people give is a lot of pain, a lot of frustration, it's a lot of bitterness. It's the abuse of their past that's translated through the words of their mouth. All right. Now, I need everybody, and before I keep going, let me know in my chat section if my audio is on or is off. I've been told from past that sometimes I just be moving my mouth and nothing's moving. It's just I see my mouth is moving, but no words are coming out. So hopefully that's not the case right now. All right. Okay. So let me keep going. So my video was talking about adjusting your attitudes. A lot of people don't understand how do you adjust your attitude. But the issue is that the thing is that the attitude is created by your thoughts. Okay, good. All right, good. The attitude is created by your thoughts, and the thoughts are filtered. And I'm gonna do a video later on, probably next week, about how the structure, how you filter your thoughts, because you have to funnel as the thoughts come in. You need to be able to funnel your thoughts so you can receive the good stuff instead of the bad stuff. You said, Dr. D, what do you mean by the good stuff instead of the bad stuff? Well, so much stuff is coming. And we always think that you always think that you're always privy to the five senses. And if things you taste, smell, touch, all five senses, that does affect how you think, because how you think, you feel your thoughts, because your memories carry the emotion. Your memory is connected to emotion, and your emotion is connected to a feeling. It's the mind-body connection. It's the mind-body connection. And if you don't think that's true, that is very true. Mind does affect your body. Sometimes you get up feeling drowsy and miserable. You're thinking that you're miserable, and then you end up feeling miserable. But let's talk about the attitude again. So what happens is that your attitude actually is formulated when you receive your thoughts. Thoughts come in, you filter out your thoughts. You're good. That you try to receive the not toxic, the beneficial thoughts that come in. Get the beneficial thoughts so they can propel you go further. Instead, a lot of times we receive toxic thoughts and we internalize the toxic thoughts. And when we internalize the toxic thoughts, we it kind of messes us up. And not only does it mess us up that day, but it tends to carry on for days and years to come, and it affects how we exist, or what I say previously, how we live, because we exist just by waking up. But the goal is to live, not to exist, right? So the goal is that how do you adjust your attitude? You take time, take time. You take time and you adjust your attitude by pulling yourself in. You pulling yourself in. You take deep breaths, so you need to reset yourself. And sometimes it's more difficult than others. And I got other videos to talk about how to reset how do you stop the amygdala from being hijacked, which is a part of your brain that's responsible for the fight, flight, or freeze. And a lot of times, we as adults, we're not knowledgeable enough to actually to do that effectively. And the truth of the matter is that we don't even practice to do it. We don't practice. We don't practice to set it up. We put ourselves in a situation day in and day out, and then we wonder what's wrong with everybody else. Well, I've stated this before. The only thing you can change is you. Don't try to change your husband. Don't try to change your wife. Well, your children, you have you have the greatest influence on them as well as your spouse. But your children, you really can change them. Well, you're not changing them. You're shaping them. See, if you have to go behind and change them, then maybe you didn't mold the clay the way that you thought you were. You thought you was making a work of art, but you like, oh Lord. Mm-mm-mm. But that's life, and we're always learning. But to adjust your attitude, you need to take time. And I stated in the video, talked about attitude adjustments, talked about flight, planes go up. It's not about seeing it. It's about actually with attitude adjustment, a person's flying the plane, they look at the sensors, and the sensors actually tell them to say, the sensors actually say, you need to go up. Now, you cannot see what's in front of you, but you see the attitude adjustment, the attitude adjuster, and the attitude adjuster tells you what to do. Some people disregard the warning sign to let them know you about to blow your top. So I challenge everybody to take time to think about your thinking. Take time, give yourself time to filter out the mess that's clouding your thought pattern. All right. Now that is the recap. Yay! You hear that? I finally got that thing to work. Now, let me get a chair. Okay, so what? That's my recap. Now, my update is that next week, I think I will do. It's gonna be a simple one. I'm gonna do the three points, the three things that you need to do in order to filter the incoming thoughts, to differentiate the negative thoughts from the toxic thoughts. Because a lot of times we do not know how to do it. And I'm gonna give a gauge. I'm gonna give you instructions on what to do. And I'm gonna give you three things to do. Probably some other steps as far as how to filter your thoughts. Because I read this good book, As a Man Thinketh, So Is He. And he in the Hebrew means, it's talking about he and she. So you have to take care of your thoughts, and your thoughts will take care of you. All right. So that's my update. Now, all right. I have one person in who's in the room? Who's in the room? Anybody coming on? I got I put the links over into the I put the links in the chat line. Let me know. Let me know. So I can see you in the back room. I'll pop you on. I think Stella, not Stella was on. I had wow, Twitch. I think that's a. I was on YouTube. All right. I was on YouTube. I think I got you now. I had music on the effects. So let me ask you a question. Your attitude is what is attitude? We all have attitudes. I mean, you have to be able to shift your attitude where it's appropriate. It's based on the situation. Okay, I was too low before. Okay, but I still can't hear you on now. Try to get back on, and I may be able to pull you back in. All right. So attitudes are. Was attitudes appropriate? Well, and you have to clarify. Clarify which attitude you talk about. Good or negative attitude or positive attitude. Help me out. Paul, negative or positive? So, like the day I blew up. Okay. You said like the day I blew up at the doctors for keeping me 4 hours and not seeing. You have to assess the situation, and you got to look at the pros and cons. But obviously, that day you need to vent. You need to vent and you need to have a release. Did the release give you a? You didn't get the outcome that you wanted, but did the release make you feel good? Did the release make you feel good? It make you feel good that did it? I'm asking. You thought you was done wrong. You thought you was done wrong, and you thought that the situation could have been handled better. If you thought the situation could have been handled better, um, you had to look at the pros and cons. You need something. You need to blow your steam for the most part. You need to, and we all need a release, but we still have to assess is the release at certain times in certain areas beneficial. Bonus said, Bonus said, running over would have just felt better momentarily. Yeah. Until you get that jumpsuit. Running over people would have felt great until you put you in that jumpsuit, and then and that wouldn't feel good because it's a temporary rush, and that's what I mean by amygdala hijack. Yeah. Jumpsuit would have been bad. You probably wouldn't have your size. It would have clashed with your tattoos, and probably would miss with the blonde hair. Hey, it wouldn't have been a good. It wouldn't have been a good day. It wouldn't have been a good day. But the running go, and also, I did a video about the amygdala, talk about the hijacking of the amygdala. It's a certain, it's an almond shaped part of your brain that's connected to your That's true. That's connected to your it's in your brain, in the core of your brain, and your thalamus sends a message to the amygdala. And what happens is that you get hijacked because things just piss you off, and when they tick you off, then you just want to, go off sometimes. And sometimes going off is good, but you always have to look at the pros and cons. You have to let. Sometimes you need to let steam off so you need to vent. And it may not be a bad idea to remove yourself from the situation, go around and scream, take some deep breathing, then come back. Yeah, but Timo said, jump, just write frustrations on your paper. Yeah, that would work out yeah, because you can write, and you would have got a lot of colorful words out. Correct? I know you would have. I know you would have. So, all right. So, any more questions? Just put it in chat or try to come on again. I'm trying to see if I can pull y'all on. Okay. Hello, stream. Okay. Come on, y'all. Help me out. Help me out. I see. I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. No question. Try to come on. Try to come on so I can see this work. I think I hit a button on my soundboard. That's why everybody went silent. Everybody popped up. Just didn't hear nothing. Mm-hmm. Come on, give me something, people. Oh, this can be a short one. All right. I'm glad you feel better now. I'm glad you're feeling better now, Paula. That's a good thing. All right. So I agree. I agree, Tito. I agree. So what do y'all think about the next week the update? I'm gonna give us 3 points of ours. How do you filter your thoughts? Give me something in chat. Let me know. Because I'm about to sign off. Thank you, and crazy dude. I'm not the only one. The filter. A lot of times we don't know how to filter. I mean, it's the work. Yeah, I like the idea. I need a filter. Okay, cool. All right. Anybody else? I'm gonna cut a whole gap out this bad fella. Next week is gonna be on point. I don't know what happened. Well, I do know what happened. I pressed the button on the music board, but I still wasn't hearing sounds before that. I was hearing Paula. I never was hearing Stella. I was hearing muffled sounds. But I understand. I understand. So with that being said, I will try my best to get. So I do have that topic, and I've been studying on it as far as to get you all some good information next week to how to filter your thoughts. Because I think that if we can filter our thoughts, it can be a better living situation, better air around us. We'll feel better about ourselves in our mind. Because as a man thinketh, so is he. And if you don't spend time in your thoughts, then everybody else gonna feed thoughts. They're gonna feed a message in. They're gonna feed a message to you to receive. They're gonna feed a message to you receive, and you can be jacked. It's gonna take work now, but I'm gonna work with you. Work with me, and I'll work with you. All right. Okay. All right. So this is a hero's journey, and I got about 3 podcasts I have to upload, and this is the podcast. But I translate them and I put them in the podcast on the Apple Podcasts, Google Casts. It's on all of them. But I'll probably do that tonight. I'll do that tonight. I got 3 backed up podcasts I'm gonna do and modify. So check it out. pull out the down low. I'm gonna edit and modify some stuff, put a little music to the podcast, so you can listen while you drive. That's right. I said, listen while you drive. Yeah. So this is the hero's journey with Dr. D. This is hero's journey with Dr. D. Here to encourage, to motivate, to educate, to help individuals get beyond their first move and creating a better mindset today. My that is my goal, that's the aspiration, that's my pull, and that's what pushes me. So if you don't remember anything else, remember this: every day you get a vertical, make it your goal in life to always move forward and never move back, because you are important. I think so. God knows it. This is Hero's Journey with Dr. D. Peace and blessing, and we are